trying to be a good parent.
You're succeeding. You're obviously so much better at it than I am.
I've started cooking the supper. You're going to sulk forever?
I'm not sulking.
What are you doing then?
I'm simply wondering whether I am surplus to requirements in this family. If I wasn't here, would anyone notice? I doubt it. Because you are obviously so caring, so considerate, such a complete surrogate parent, you have rendered my role redundant. Everything I do is wrong, it seems. And as you are so finely tuned to the children's needs that they already come to you with most of their problems, you may as well deal with them all from now on. Right? Right. So I'm leaving. Don't try and talk me out of it. Aren't you going to say anything?
No. I know you're not a woman who issues idle threats. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. I respect that.
Good. Because I've made my decision without a single qualm. Because I know that you'll all manage perfectly well without me. Where are you going?
I'm going to take your chop out from under the grill.
With many of these holidays coming in at under £100, he's found out whether you really can bargain on a bargain.
My first challenge to find a good holiday for under £100. 24 hours on the road.
Open my jacket.
And here's what you've come for. 1 week.
And my other shoes.
It's a classic box standard, no frills, beach holiday.
That programme's rubbish.
Darling, what a surprise. Is it a breakdown truck?
It's a people carrier. A what? Andrew's idea, like everything else. Rosie, can I come and stay for a few days?
Well, of course, darling.
Oh, thank you.
Well, shall we say, next Tuesday till Friday?
Now.
Well, that's not terribly convenient. We're having a dinner party.
Oh, well, I won't be in the way. I'll just slip up to the spare room.
You can't. Giles and Cressida are using it.
Who are they?
Well, we met them in France, remember? They're staying the night.
Oh, can't they go home?
They live in Edinburgh.
Well, I'll sleep on the sofa and you study.
Why can't you go home?
Oh, I wondered when you'd ask. Because I've walked out. The children prefer Andrew. Of course, you knew that all along. I am surplus to requirements, so I have thrown in the towel. Had enough. Run away. Not as it's obviously a bad moment.
No, I'm sorry, darling. I was just trying to remember if I blanched the almonds. Of course you mistake.
Thank you.
Well, I expect you probably want to go straight up.
Oh, I'm not tired.
I expect you've already eaten.
No.
I bet with all this worry you couldn't manage a thing.
Actually, I'm starving.
Maggie, I didn't know you were coming.
She wasn't.
Where's Andrew?
Don't ask.
She's run away from home and she wants to stay with us.
The more the merrier. You've picked a good night. Rosie's made your favourite. I'll go and pour you a drink.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, come on, you poor old thing.
Less of the old, please.
I don't suppose you've got a decent frock in that bag, have you?
I thought it was her, but it wasn't.
Come on, I thought we were playing Ludo.
I don't want to play anymore.
Look, any minute now she's going to come through that door and she's going to be very embarrassed, so don't laugh.
You said that half an hour ago.
She might never come back.
Of course she'll come back. Well, I know your grandmother. I know what she's doing. She left in a temper, and she's probably been driving round the block, and now she's probably feeling sillier and more embarrassed. In fact, she's probably parked under a lamppost right now, plucking up courage to come back inside.
She isn't.
Well, don't worry. Women are much more emotional than us chaps. They do this sort of thing all the time.
Gran doesn't.
She's never walked out before.
She hasn't walked out.
She's taken her Carmen rollers with her.
Is she?
It's us, isn't it? She's walked out because she's had enough of us.
Of course it's not you. Me she's cross with. All right. She's feeling unwanted because you always come to me to solve your problems.
When do we come to you?
What problems?
You've never solved any of mine.
That's the impression she's got. And when she comes back...
If she comes back.
We've all got to make her feel wanted.
She could have one of my rabbits.
I thought we wanted her to stay.
You could have stopped her going.
We could all have stopped her going.
So why didn't you?
Well, because...
Because you didn't think she'd go, did you?
Look, let's have a midnight feast.
But it's 8:30.
Well, I'll get the chocolate cake out, and I've got some banana crunches, and I bet she's back before we finish the packet.
I know the French are devoted to offal, but I'm the sort of woman who throws away the giblets, Giles. Can you tell? Maggie's here. Oh, darling. Now, Maggie, Frank and Tilly, of course, and Giles and Cressida Staunton. They were staying in the same place as us in France.
Oh, yes, the chateau.
Of course, I remember. You were staying somewhere else.
Yes, the campsite.
Maggie, come and sit down beside me. Pour the drinks, darling.
I am, darling.
Andrew parking the car?
No, he's not here.
No? Not well?
No, he's fine.
Well, why isn't he here?
Shut up, Tilly.
Why?
It's a beautiful chateau, isn't it? We hope to stay there again ourselves someday.
Of course. He's babysitting. Well, one of you had to volunteer to miss all the fun, and naturally it had to be Andrew. He let you come. So selfless, so typical of the man. Where would you be without him? Of course, you know the desperately sad story, don't you? They're bringing up their 3 orphaned grandchildren.
Not now, Tilly.
But it's been hard, hasn't it, darling? She can't even afford a new frock.
Did you go to Pascal Delbecq's cellars while you were there?
Of course, Maggie's always liked the bright lights, haven't you, darling? But Andrew, the sacrifices that man has made. And now he's sitting at home while we're all here without him. It just doesn't bear thinking about. You will tell me, won't you, how much we admire him?
You see? I told you, she's back.
Oh, Gran! Gran, I'm so glad you're back. I need your help.
My help?
Yes. Come upstairs and I'll show you.
Oh, what is it?
I've got a problem with my homework.
Oh, what's the problem?
It accidentally fell down the toilet.
Ask your grandfather.
Classic comedy next here on